welcome back à la Fromagerie, and today I got a very special guest. Well, she's not a guest, she's our matron Patricia Michelson.
Okay, so as you know, Alessandro loves cooking with cheese, and we have a lot of cheeses for him to taste and to use in his cooking. And one thing about British cheese is that you always want to toast it, don't you? You want to see it bubbling underneath the grill, and the smell of toasting cheddar is just so delicious and very, very tempting. The one thing that I always say when you want to cook with cheese is that it has to be really full flavoured, because the milder, more basic kind of cheeses that you can buy in, say, in a supermarket, a cheaper style of cheese, doesn't have the flavour profile for cooking in the same way as a really robust farmhouse cheese. And to make something like Welsh Rarebit, which is what Alessandro is making, you really do have to have a really tasty cheddar to bring out the acidity and the full force of that great cheese. And we debated and talked about it, and we came up with 3 cheeses that we think make the perfect rarebit. One is a Montgomery cheddar, which is aged about 18 months. Then there's the aged...
This one is the Montgomery?
Yes, there's the Montgomery. Do you see that there's a little veining in there? That's nothing to worry about, because a lot of farmhouse cheddars do have a little bit of veining running through. And this could be when you see here and here. And it's not a bad thing, and sometimes people think it adds to the flavour because it's got a real bite to it. But when you're flipping over cheeses from bottom to top, top to bottom, as you're aging the cheeses, sometimes if you bang down the cheese a little hard, it can make a little crack in the crust, and from that crack a little bit of veining starts. It's not a bad thing at all. If you don't like it, we cut it out completely. But it's not something to be afraid of, remember that. And this is the Montgomery, and you can see it's got a beautiful crust to it, so it's got a nice age. And another thing, how do you know how old the cheese is? Well, we have a little label on it, but the other thing is to look around the edges of a cheese, and as a cheese matures, the edges from the crust are a little bit darker, and you really do see this when you're looking at Comté, Gruyères and Beaufort. You really do see the dark edges, which are the really tasty bits, so never cut those away, always cut right to the edge of the crust. So the first one is a Montgomery cheddar. So there you go. And as you can see from this little bit here, you can see how light it is there, and it goes darker towards the end. So you know that you're going to get the creamier tastes in the middle, and the really ripe and robust flavours right at the very end. So let's taste it. I'm going to taste it from the darker end. And this is a typical farmhouse West Country cheddar. It's got a lovely creaminess to it, but there's a lovely nutty richness. And the one thing about Montgomery, as opposed to others, is its richness and raisin, almost like dried raisin edge to it, a little bit of sweetness coming through. So it's really great with beer, but it's also really lovely with red wines, Bordeaux styles, and also with the Chardonnay buttery styles of white wine. So don't think that you only have to have one style of drink to have with it. You can actually go through cider, beer, white wine, red wine, port. This is a Lincolnshire poacher that's the usual one, which is really nice cheddary style, but when you can get the super aged one, you get that little dry, fruity edge to it, which is a bit like a Gruyere, because the style that they make this style of cheese in, it has that Gruyere mix to it. So let's taste it. So this is very, very different to the Montgomery cheddar. As I've said, you've got that little Gruyere edge coming through, which is nutty, fruity, and raisiny, but it's got a dryness well, which makes it a really long-lasting taste. In fact, as you let it melt in the mouth and eat it, that flavour really does lengthen. And if you had a white wine, as I said, maybe a Chardonnay or a white Rhone, for instance, or even a Savagnin from the Jura, the Franche-Comté Savagnin wines, which have got that little sort of sherry edge, that would be absolutely delicious. So these two cheeses together for our rarebit are going to be nice. But then we thought, why don't we
something more a kick.
Let's give it a little bit of a kick. This is so nice again. So I thought, why don't we bring something a little bit smoky into the equation? Because the smokiness will bring a sweetness to the flavours, but also it's really interesting when you're cooking with smoked cheese, just to see how that smokiness develops. It doesn't become too overpowering, because what you get when you're actually cooking with smoked cheese is the hint of smoke, but also what you get the sweetness as well, which is rather a nice way of mixing this whole melange of cheeses together.
And about the smoked cheese, another very important thing is always to use artisanal or farmhouse smoked cheese, because this one they are smoked, but they don't give you like a very strong smoky in your mouth, but they give you just really the hint of smokiness that is very pleasant to eat, and it's not gonna kind of ruin your palate.
Smoked Lincolnshire poacher.
Yes.
We have smoked cheddar as well, but we decided on the smoked Lincolnshire poacher. So if you couldn't get smoked Lincolnshire poacher, do a smoked cheddar, but make sure it's artisan or farmhouse smoked. Very important. So let's taste it. Ordinarily, when I would be eating this cheese, I would like a stout, something like a beer, because that hoppiness of the beer would be absolutely perfect with a cheese like this.
And it's not very powerful.
No,
it's really
it's
like mellow.
It's like a very good quality smoked back bacon.
Yeah.
It has that sort of bacony feel to it. So don't think that wines would actually work with this. I think you really do need a beer or maybe a dry cider. Not quite sure, but beer definitely.
Beer, yes.
Definitely.
So we were thinking like a very quintessential British cheese dish, and we thought Welsh Rarebit. So for this recipe we're gonna use, as Patricia mentioned before, some Montgomery Cheddar, Lincolnshire poacher and smoked Lincolnshire poacher. In total we will need 330 grams, and I've done 1 part equal of each cheeses. And I got here already that I grated before in grater, ready grate. Also you will need a good quality stout. This one is a stout that we sell in our shop, and it's gonna give us a little bit the round flavor and bit of the sweetness also.
Maltiness.
Yes, the maltiness inside. Also we're gonna put some butter, some flour, some English powder mustard. This one is very important to give a little bit of the kick inside and bit of the spiciness. And the other ingredients that always is, let's say, is the king inside the Welsh Rarebit. It's a Worcestershire sauce, 1 egg yolk, and after I will finish up with some chopped chives. But let's start to make the recipe. In a pan, I'm adding my butter. So we will need 20 grams of butter and 20 grams of flour. And on a medium heat, we're gonna melt the butter, and we're gonna do how we call in the kitchen a roux. This one help to combine the beer and the cheese together without splitting during the cooking. So your Welsh Rarebit is gonna be more uniform and bubbling once we're gonna put out inside the oven under the salmon. So my roux is ready, nice and bubbling. And now I'm pouring my beer. I'm adding 160 ml of beer, so half of the bottle, so you can drink the rest of it. And now on the medium heat, I'm stirring. Make sure that I'm gonna cook my roux inside the stout. And it's coming a beautiful smell. And this good as well of the Welsh Rarebit that keeps well in the fridge for a couple of days. All my beer, nice.
Coffee.
Yes, it's got almost kind of toffee caramel flavor to it. Okay, so when the beer is cooked, I'm adding inside 1 teaspoon of English mustard.
I do like the mustard in powder form. I don't like to use it
That
that
one
ready mix
makes-
one.
yeah.
It doesn't have the same flavour.
And it's got a quite obsidian. This one is
Yeah,
quite.
this, I much
yeah.
prefer the powder.
Carry on. And now I'm adding my cheese all in one go.
Wow.
So here I got 300. And now I'm gonna melt all this stuff
So
together.
it's very important when you do the grated cheese, when you're cooking with cheese, is to have it at room temperature, because if you have the grated cheese, put it in the fridge and then take it out to cook with, it's far too cold. It'll be very, very difficult to melt in the pan, because it's cold going into hot, and it can sometimes make the cheese sort of stick together. That's
So,
cooking down very quickly.
yes, the cheese is almost melting. Now I'm adding my Worcestershire sauce. So I'm adding 4 nice tablespoons. So now I'm gonna carry on. And as I say, it's a very quick and easy recipe. There's no need of any other sort of machinery, just a small pan, a whisk, or if at home even a spoon. Now I got all my goodness here.
Perfect.
And just now you switch off your heat. Let's stand for really a few seconds. And I got here 1 egg yolk, and I'm adding my egg yolk. So the yolk will help the Welsh Rarebit to give a nice color and to bubble up when we're gonna put under the grill. For minutes, I have my Welsh Rarebit ready.
Beautiful.
And also the consistency, as you see, is nice and smooth. It's not too runny and it's not too thick, because if it's gonna be too runny, it's gonna just go all around outside the bread. So, nice spoon. I'm adding my Welsh Rarebit on top of the bread. So here is the time to don't be shy, because what we want is a good layer of Welsh Rarebit. And also during the cooking, the Welsh Rarebit is almost going to coat all the bread. So, as you see, it's a nice consistency, it's not runny, it's nice, the thickness, just cover up all the slice of bread. And now is the time to cook our Welsh Rarebit. Okay, after a few minutes under the salamander, but also you can put your Welsh Rarebit inside an hot oven, 220 for around 10 minutes, until you got a nice color and a slightly crust on top, and your Welsh Rarebit is ready. So here our Welsh Rarebit, I just have put a bit of chives on top, and we're going in. I hope to see you soon again for our next recipe. Thank you very much. Ciao ciao.
Bye.